Hello and welcome back. I'm Paul. This is Out Nerdy. Well, it had to happen. In amongst all the sludge, the misandry, the contempt for legacy characters, and a unique, almost supernatural inability to write women as normal members of society, instead of the semi, if not fully alcoholic, anxiety-ridden, neurotic superbikes we are shown, it finally happened. The final insult has arrived. The appearance of Matt Murdoch's Daredevil. And what an entrance Disney gave us. So what happens? Well, it opens up with a hero named Leapfrog who is trying to stop some robbers from nicking some TVs. He's awful at it and he screws the pooch, and he tries to fly away in an effort to escape, and it all goes horribly wrong and his gear explodes and he crashes to earth in flames. This leads to him suing the tailor for faulty damages. Now, Jen has been assigned the case and she proceeds to ask no direct or useful questions such as did you follow the manufacturer's directions of use. She doesn't want the case for personal reasons because, as always, it's all about her. Now she goes to the tailor to try and sweet talk him to stay on his good side and to settle out of court by him taking responsibility for her client's injuries. It goes to pot. He rips the dress he was making for her Lawyer of the Year award. So we're in court. And in walks in Matt Murdoch to a fanfare that isn't as good as the director thinks it is. And he proceeds to destroy Jen, who turns to us, the audience, and says,
"Who's this asshole?"
Fuck off Disney, and fuck off Marvel. I get this is from Jen's point of view, and she doesn't know who he is. But we, the audience, do know who he is. And that's the point. It's Marvel saying we have no respect for the guy you're here to see. Now many Marvel bots will argue against it, but it's to shit on him, nothing more. Anyway, this may sound like a contradiction, but in court he trounces her, the female Lawyer of the Year, without breaking a sweat. And then, because her client is a complete dipshit, he drops himself in it, losing her the case entirely. The female Lawyer of the Year who didn't ask any questions pertaining to the case. Now, it could perhaps be said this should have been drawn out more. And I think there's an argument for that. But, it's as basic gets because the writers couldn't write any good court scenes. The words, remember? One would argue they don't know how to write any scenes. Anyway, she's lost, of course. And she's in the bar, because of course she is. Where else would she be? Now Matt's in there, they get to talking, and you instantly know she's banging him at some point. It's just there. Now, there's a bit of exposition to catch up the wine mums as to what's going on, and who he is, and they end up both getting a phone call and they go their separate ways. She has to go see Todd, one of the creepy dudes from the date she was going on. And she has to go to see him for nothing more than a bullshit scene to show how racist he is. He has a Wakandan war spear. He says, no one collects African shit on my level. Now, and it's been stolen somehow by colonisers. How and when was it stolen? Don't know. How did colonisers manage to infiltrate a secret African country and steal advanced weaponry? Don't know. Now let's face the truth, seeing how it's Marvel that's gone here. The truth is, it's far more likely this war spear was stolen by... Hello, Alfie Cameo! Hello, yes. Hello, mate. Right, let me talk. Hello, mate. It's far more... Oh, hello. Right. Now, it's far more likely that it was stolen by a Wakandan national or another African. Now, had they tied, and they want it back. Now, hello, mate. Now, had they tied this with Hawkeye and how there was stolen tech involved, it could have worked. Had they tied it in with Falcon and Winter Soldier, it could have worked a lot better. But in this scene, it's only to show how much of a dick he is. Anyway, Jen does a runner and, tells him she's going to bill him for the hour. She gets home and Leapfrog rings her to say he's being chased by someone. And without asking any questions, she goes to help him. And it turns out he's being chased by Daredevil. Obviously, she doesn't know who Daredevil is at this point. So, of course, being the idiot she is, she straight away starts to fight him. Not only does she fight him, but she throws a car at him. She tries to kill him. What else can you say is going to happen in that scenario? She then thunderclaps him into a car, so at best he's unconscious, if not dead. Well done, Jen. Well done. Now Daredevil explains the situation and they team up. And Matt tries to work out a plan because she isn't a hero, and he plainly tells her that. He explains how many they're up against because he can hear their heart beating. And he can also hear hers, which for some reason makes her lean in to kiss him. Wow, Jen, he didn't even need a plate of chips this time, and she was ready and willing to go. So he opts for stealth in this situation, whereas Jen wants to smash because she can't get hurt by weapons, whilst totally forgetting that he's a hostage. He can be hurt, and so can Matt, but they don't seem to matter because she wants to Hulk out. Now he takes out a group of them and they call for backup, and we get the setup for a scene which looks like it is going to be a great set piece. But instead of showing us Daredevil's fighting skills in a scene that could be awesome and get the internet buzzing, we instead have Jen crash through the ceiling, thus landing on these people who should be at the very least severely injured, if not dead, because they had a ceiling fall on them and a She-Hulk. Also, she can say She-Hulk smash. That was the point of it. You ruined a potentially awesome scene just so she could have her moment. And he face palms himself over the stupidness of what she's done and said. They move on, and whilst Daredevil fights the bad guys, she's making little defense snippets because Leapfrog says, "I thought you were on my side," and she delivers her lines that Daredevil rebukes at every turn because she's wrong. Again. This is the female lawyer of the year who is wrong again. So Leapfrog gets arrested and she gets her dress sorted off the tailor because obviously he's indebted to her. And she goes to the roof to meet Daredevil. They exchange quips, but she's already super horny. And he offers to buy her lunch next time he's in LA. But he doesn't need to bother because she was gagging for it all along. And they bang. And because they have so much respect for Daredevil, they have him do the walk of shame the morning after. Well played, Marvel, on reducing another male character. That's not done for laughs. Some people will argue, yeah, it's funny. It's not done for laughs at all. Now, we then get to the gala bit. And of course she wins. But she isn't the only female lawyer of the year. Every woman is female lawyer of the year. And they do acceptance speeches, and some of them make snide remarks, like having to work twice as hard for less recognition. Now, I wonder if this is true. The most high-profile case of this year so far has been the Johnny Depp trial. Both sides involved high-profile lawyers that were women. Both got the recognition they deserved, one way or the other. Anyway, she is about to do her speech when the menfolk of intelligentsia upload her sex video from Josh, presumably. But who knows, at this point, she's been a busy girl. She hulks out and loses control, which is weird, because she told Bruce she didn't need his help, because she controls her emotions infinitely more than he does, just by nature of being a woman. Do you remember that scene? Let's have a look at it.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or I might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
I hope this one's a little bit better.